And we're back as almost. As we dive into the last little bit of this Candlekeep mystery. See where this takes us.
Well, guys, we've got this chime of opening. Like, let's have a little look-see around, see if there's any, like, passageways or something that we can use this on. I mean, it feels like the DM is just, like, put this in front of us as a way to get to the next part, so...
I suppose we could try use the opening thing.
I personally, just because I'm a little bit like averse to using all the valuable resources straight away, would maybe want if we could possibly like use our brains to figure out the puzzle first, and if that fails, then use the shiny new toy.
Yeah, but I'm American, so I don't use my brain. No, it's a good idea. It's a much better idea than... Yeah, okay. Let's have a look around and see if there's any connection between the mummy with the crown and the armor and the pillars and the sacrifices and all of that stuff.
Can I like try and rotate the pillar? Or like symbols on the pillar, or does anything move? Does anything spin?
Give me an investigation check.
Can anything be manipulated?
Can I assist Gary by also helping him to like...
At the thing.
Just because Jared's not here, I'm going to take some liberties. Can Merc roll a religion check to see if any of the religious symbols for the sarcophagus give him any clues as to what could potentially unlock this puzzle? If there is a puzzle, maybe we're just overthinking it. I don't know.
That's a 17 for...
Yeah, I'll come back to you in a second, Bonnie. Gary and Benry, you guys are checking out all these pillars, and they all appear really sturdy. Like, these things are rock solid. As much as you try and take in what the shapes and things on there, they still just seem to be this abstract shape pointing down.
I'm waiting for you to say, except the thing that moves under your hand as you touch it. Okay. And I cast a minor blessing at that time. Thank you, Kat.
Oh, okay. Great. Bonnie.
Yep, so I would like call out to Merc. Hey Merc, can you have a little bit of a look with your religious background and maybe see if any of these symbols make sense to point to a solution? And he'd go, I could certainly try.
Okay. You can give me a religion check.
Hooray! Go Merc. Roll.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, you critted that roll.
Woo!
That's what we want.
24. Merc has a very close look at everything on top of the sarcophagus and everything that is being relayed to him from what's on these pillars, and sort of connects the dots that this symbol, while not 100% guaranteed, it does resemble and remind him of a dragon.
Told you!
The relationship between all the creatures pointing down on the pillars and the one pointing up on the crown. Mark's able to kind of understand that, looking back from past texts and reading, that these creatures are often found below areas. And this particular group were potentially in attempting to raise it up, to bring back the Scaled Mother.
Yeah.
Oh, I just so you could hear this. I just called him on message.
Does Merc relay that to the party?
Let's go with yes.
Do you relay that information to the party, Mac?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, how does everybody feel about fire-breathing flying reptiles?
Well, it's always sounded interesting to be one of those things, but if we're going to face one, I think we should probably, hopefully, try and get a little bit of a rest before we do that, because...
Couldn't agree more.
But I don't know how much of a rest we can take, though. Like, I don't know if we're on a timetable is the only issue.
Well,
think
didn't
we
it
put a
need to be
stop
Didn't it need to be resurrected? Like,
Yeah, but these two, the yuan-ti, I pointed the bodies that were tied to the pillars. Like, I'm pretty sure that were meant to be part of that sacrificial thing.
but maybe it didn't get completed. The ritual, like.
What, like, not enough blood? Because I pointed the bodies of the yuan-ti that we've killed. I'm pretty sure that's a lot of blood there as well. My only concern is if we try and do any sort of rest, it's going to give whatever... Like, I get down low to the ground and I put my ear to the ground and I listen to see if there's any rumbling or anything to signify that something's awake downstairs that we should probably fucking deal with.
Make a perception check. Actually, no, you don't need to make a perception check. That's ridiculous.
The whole temple is quaking.
You're fighting a fucking dragon right now.
You don't hear anything. Like it just sounds like cold stone, whatever that sounds like.
The rushing of your inner ear.
I hear a sound. Wait, hang on. It sounds like the ocean. And a thump, 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 thump.
Something's trying to break free from an underwater cavern.
Did I recall you saying that there was something in the bottom of the actual sarcophagus? Like straw or...
Oh, no, there was just a bunch of symbols. There's there's a woman wrapped up in bandages. She's wearing the armor that I gave to Merc, and she's also wearing a crown. But also,
just on the
things are
crown.
pointing down.
Okay, so can we haul her corpse out of there and see if there's anything underneath it?
There's
Not
nothing
a
in
mummy.
the sarcophagus.
So that was because my interpretation was that was what was on the sarcophagus as like a sculpture. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, yeah, on top.
So inside the sarcophagus, where there should have been a corpse, is there anything there?
Empty.
So completely empty, nothing, no secret doors, no straw hiding any secret passages.
What were they using the chime for, though?
To open the door, and I'm pretty sure if we use it, we can also open the door to get to wherever this thing is. I have a feeling though that crown might be useful because we have the armor.
Is it facing the wrong way?
What
did you say that's facing up on the crown, but down everywhere else?
Correct. The crown itself is part of the sculpture on top. It's not as though it's a mummy there and the crown is detachable. It's all like a sculptured thing.
Can it be
like the top of a
manipulated?
sarcophagus.
Can it be turned down? Like a volume knob?
You rock up to try and poke and prod this crown, but it is all one fixed piece of stone. It doesn't move.
Does anyone have any ability to, detect hidden doorways or, anything arcane, like anything with magic related that might be in this room that we haven't...
I can detect magic or see invisibility.
That might work. That might work, Merc. So, and then we can point that way we know where we need to go. We can take a rest and then use the chime to open whatever it is, so that we can get to the next part of whatever this all is, because this is a lot more than we bargained for. Like, the other thing we could do is we could leave and just tell the Gripplis to blow this temple the fuck up, and we don't have to deal with this anymore. It's
Stop
buried, it's
digging.
done.
Stop digging. It's a bad idea.
Yeah, because the yuan-ti were obviously trying to get down somewhere, which means they haven't already gotten there, which means we're good. We have done what we've done, what we came here to do. We don't have to continue on and, make a bigger problem than we have already found.
That is true. Like, if they needed someone to get the creature out from the outside, it's unlikely the creature from the inside is going to be able to get out by itself.
Exactly. So, we don't have to poke this bush.
But
No, that was literally not like a sexual joke. Like, that was literally like, we don't have to go and explore every single thread in front of us. Like, we don't have to, just because the bush is rustling, as it were, we don't have to poke it with a stick and see what fucking pops out. Especially if that thing that pops out is going to be a dragon. Also, I really want a marshmallow now because I can see that Maddie's eating marshmallows, and I'm like, I don't have any marshmallows in my house.
Just how many can you eat at once there, Maddie?
How many chubby bunnies can you?
I don't think I hate myself that much.
you've already been clipped one time tonight.
So I have a question. So when I heard the dinner bell go and then the sacrifices immediately silenced, can I piece together why that would have happened and why it coincided with the chime and what actually killed them?
With you looking around and when you're having a close look at this sarcophagus with your 20, you've noticed that inside it's fairly free of dust and debris. And I think you're able to understand that chime, being a chime of opening, was used to take the lid off that sarcophagus.
Is there any seam at the bottom of the sarcophagus? Like, is it a clean piece of stone, or is there a potential joint that would indicate not necessarily a false floor, but maybe a floor that could drop away? Or
having a look around, it looks like a smooth piece of stone to you.
What if we just put the lid back on the sarcophagus?
What if the sarcophagus... So what did you say?
I mean, it's worth a try. I mean, I guess you ultimately have to decide whether you want to proceed or retreat.
Well, this isn't tyranny. Like, I'm not the one that's in charge. Like, it's a vote. Like
I'm keen to see it out. I want to know what the end of the story is.
Shit! I knew you'd say that because I want to do that too. Shit. Maybe Gary. What's your choice?
I've never punched a dragon before.
That's a good choice.
Oh fuck, Merc.
Well, I am happy to rid this world of this evil. I just want to know what came out of this sarcophagus in the short amount of time. Because something has left this sarcophagus, and there's nothing else in the room here apart from the creatures we've killed.
I didn't know that Merc was so into come, but okay, let's do this. Let's push the lid over. I have a feeling whatever this is, it's probably under the sarcophagus. Merc, if you cast detect magic, how tapped will you be do you need a rest? You too, Bonnie.
I don't have any of my higher level spells, but I've got 1 second level, 4 first levels. So I can do.
I don't understand any of what you were saying.
I have. I can cast 5 more spells today.
Okay, and Gary, you're good, right?
I tapped a fair amount of my key energy during that session.
I think we should rest. As painful as it may be, I can only cast 3 more spells.
Are you able to throw up your hut thing beforehand?
Oh, yeah, I'm saving that till the end.
Yeah. Well, what if we do the rest and then we go continue exploring? Because I would prefer, if we're going to fight something, we do it, at our full form. Like, I wasn't expecting to go charging in on a screaming goat into a room full of yuan-ti, snake people who were trying to resurrect what's probably a fucking dragon. Well, actually, no, the DM said it was a fucking dragon. So I think that probably wouldn't be the worstest of ideas.
You're back. He's back.
And it's not like it's getting out, right?
Not right this second, but I think we should, if we rest, we should definitely have a watch, because something's probably in the air sideways. We haven't so far.
Should we leave the temple and retreat back to bushland?
Well, it's pretty quiet in here, but we should probably move the bodies and not sleep amongst them.
Also, the sea of blood on the floor.
Yeah, that's it's starting to get a little bit sticky. As Finnery walks around.
We could set up in the entrance over down in this bottom
Oh,
left corner. It's only 10 feet wide, I think. The hut.
no, I
I
can't.
think we should.
Sphere.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, be careful. I don't want to go too far from the temple because I'm worried that any other yuan-ti could come in. Your hut. Can people notice your hut when you make it, Merc?
It's an opaque, hemisphere that occupies an area. So I could put it in the doorway.
That does it look like other things? Can you make it look like something else, like some rubble, or is it just
It's plain color, so it can be any color I like, but it is plain and flat.
Okay. Well, yeah, definitely watch then. I'm happy to take first watch. I'm not feeling too bad. But yeah, have some rest, recharge, and then we take on whatever is below this temple. Or we just cave the fucking thing in and we don't have to worry about it.
Didn't we use all our explosives?
No, we still have one more.
Well, let's put it in the sarcophagus and just light it up.
So none of the creatures or corpses in this room came from the sarcophagus. They were already outside of it before it was opened.
Yes.
Including the big fella.
There was nothing inside of the sarcophagus.
I find that really strange.
Yeah,
It makes me think it's a stairway or a ramp or...
Let's just blow it up. Just do it. Henry? Yeah. Let's blow it up.
I will begin casting Lemon's tiny hut in this corner if anyone has it.
Yeah, are we
do-
blowing up tonight or tomorrow after we've rested?
At And
Yeah.
do you want to do a detect magic before?
Oh yeah. Can you detect magic?
Yes. I will.
Let's
Yeah,
do that.
Detect magic, and then we know what we're dealing with.
Yep. I will detect magic.
What is the radius on detect magic?
30 feet.
30-foot sphere.
30 feet.
Just
I can walk around.
Yeah.
Case the joint.
As you cast this detect magic, a couple of little things light up. Firstly, this lamp near the front door continues to light up with this glow, like this bright glow that it's already giving off. The light that is there shouldn't be there. Old mate took that lantern with him. That thing's lighting up. As is that chime that is in, I think, Finry's possession,
I got it now.
is also lit up.
Is my armor lit up? The new armor?
Your armor is lit up,
Ooh.
as is one more item near the pieces of snake flesh on the ground. That long fang sword is lit up.
So, sorry, the light you were talking about, where is that? So I missed it. So it's at the entrance.
Just at the entrance, that yuan-ti that I think Gary took out on its flea, had that attached to his hip.
Okay. And is it still lit?
It's still lit. It's still giving off light.
Did it look like it was part of the ceremony at all?
Hard to tell, you weren't there.
Fenrir?
Does
I just point
Merc?
out all of magical things.
Yeah, I'll grab the sword and put it in the bag. I don't think anyone knows. Is it like a long sword, short sword?
It is a long sword.
Anyone know how to use a long sword?
I don't think so.
I punch things for a living.
Yeah, well, we can always sell it, and it'll just go towards something, and I'll put it in the bag.
Christmas party.
Christmas
I'm
party,
gonna
yeah.
grab that lamp, just because no one else was doing it.
Is it like a never-ending flame sort of thing, or is it like what if you put out the fire and it opens something?
What? What if you do what?
Put out the fire in the lamp and it opens something.
And open something. I have no idea what might happen if you tried that.
No, I was saying that to Bonnie.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna inspect the lamp, and while Finry's talking trash in my ear, I'm gonna cut out the snake's teeth as well, and then I'm going to What does it look like?
Okay, you get two small teeth for whatever purpose you see fit. The lantern itself just looks like a normal oil lantern. The flame on it is getting low, given it's been used for a while. But it does give off that magical aura that Merc can see.
Can I tell what school of magic it's from?
Oh god, now you're testing me.
My knowledge is pretty elementary, but like, I guess it would tell me if it's like more for damaging things or for.
No, you can tell that from looking at it that it's not really going to do much damage. It's more for utility.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna is there like a little twiddle knob or something that I can twiddle it off?
There is. You can pull the wick thing down, and the flame will go out.
Okay. Well, I'd like to save this for later until we can figure out what it is.
Is it still magical when it's off?
It's still giving that aura off. Yes.
That's
Is there so there's no like doors or anything that magically appear or?
No doors that magically appear. There's no doors that give off a magical aura.
So it's mechanical.
I'm going to do one more thing before I do Lehman's Tiny Cut, and that is cast See Invisibility. And that lasts for an hour, and I can just sit here and look at anything that is perhaps invisible.
Magically hidden.
Looking around, you You don't see anything extra to what you saw a moment before. Still see a bunch of corpses all over the ground, piles of blood and guts.
The first thing I thought when it was like the sarcophagus was empty and it seemed like something came out of it and all the creatures
He's hiding.
Oh, I'm just like,
Whilst Merc's doing all of that, I would like to thoroughly investigate the room, including the sarcophagus, like see if there's like any gaps, like anything, like you push it, or if it's like any repeating patterns besides the down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What was your last investigation check? It was pretty high, wasn't it? Like 18.
Yeah.
With your 18, if you're further checking out that sarcophagus, you're looking around it, and while you've been inspecting the top before, this time you look around its sides. And at one end, where the feet are, very faintly at the bottom, it looks like there's small grooves or scratches in the stone leading from left to right.
Like scratches. Can I trace it with my
Yes.
fingers?
Yes.
Reach out and I trace it with my fingers.
Nothing happens. You just feel rough stone against your fingers.
Can we strength
So-
check to just shove the fucking thing?
You can certainly try.
I mean,
Does
like,
it look like that has slid at some point? Is grinding or
Are there scratch marks on the sarcophagus itself, or are they on the
No.
ground?
They're on the ground.
Oh, guys, yeah. Okay, everyone.
Sorry.
Everyone push on this thing in this direction, in the direction like where the things are. Like I found it, I figured it out. This is why I'm the boss. I'm very smart. Everyone should worship
we
me.
want
And
to sleep first.
or do you just want to make sure that it can budge? Like we
Yeah.
don't have to do the
the
full.
whole thing, we just like a little bit, and just make sure that we've got this, so we know what to do when we wake up. Yeah.
I'm surprised that hasn't occurred to the yuan-ti, to be honest. But
They're only snakes. They don't have very big brains.
Okay.
I mean, they tried to fuck with us, and we're the fucking CDA, so you know.
not terribly smart.
Exactly.
Give me a group strength check.
stealth check.
Oh, group strength. Cool. -1. Awesome.
I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration on our strongest member.
Oh, I can cast guidance on
Finry.
on you. Sure.
On me!
You get
Finry rolled a 5, so he's actually like pretending to push, but he's not actually.
He's that guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
We are not a strong party.
I got
You-
13.
God.
You all lean into this thing so hard. So hard. The sweat starts to bead on your forehead, but it does
Wait,
not move.
Does anyone have a minor blessing or anything they can use?
I do.
Merc has one, yes.
Yeah.
I think maybe we should just blow the fucking thing up. Just cram it with explosives and blow it up.
Like, it's probably really.
That also properly announces that we're here.
Ah, well. Yeah, loud and proud as well.
I would prefer, just because the paperwork involved, if anyone dies, that we not blow it up. We take the more stealthier approach. We are detectives after all. We investigate. We don't cause too much of a ruckus, and where we can. I know I sound very hypocritical because I'm very much gung ho. Let's go in guns blazing.
I'm just like, what the hell is what is this? Like, who are you?
No. This is a No, I was having a dream the other night of Finry. That may have been me. I can't remember. Who just went in half cocked and and almost ended up getting his entire party killed. So I prefer not that. Like, it was this woman. She said she was from the Feywilds. He just went off with her bag of holding. It was a whole thing. I prefer the party, you guys not die, if it can be helped.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a crowbar or something.
Well, let's do the tiny hut and then deal with that problem after that. So that we're all rested up to deal with that when it happens. Sound good? Sound good. Let's just pick a corner that doesn't have as much blood. And
Are you sure you want to do it inside the temple?
yeah, I don't really feel like
Let's do it. Yeah,
go out.
I'll take first watch. Watch.
I suppose we're in good enough state that if shit goes sideways, there's a little bit in reserve.
Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, snooze.
Yep. So I cast Lumen's Tiny Hut and get that going and make it nice and comfy inside, as in the air temperature.
Okay.
He's warm.
That's it. It's a stone floor.
Unless you want to like lie down and be a bed.
As soon as he walks in, Finnery farts. He can't help himself. Sorry guys. Sorry.
Liamon's tiny
I
Dutch
cast
oven.
prestidigitation in the square foot around his butt.
Henry, give me a perception check if you're on first watch.
I will go first watch. Nothing can happen. It's the first watch. Damn, not me.
And then a dragon appeared, and you were all eaten. The end.
18 again.
And I could use a longsword. Yay!
Can you use a longsword?
Apparently, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I would have given you the
No, don't worry about that now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 18.
With your 18, your watch goes uneventful. The curtain billows a little bit in the breeze. You feel like the cool air making things cold.
I'm ready.
Nothing seems to stir too much. Who's taking second watch?
I will. Yay!
Go on, gain a perception.
Fenry walks over to Bonnie and just like pokes her until she
I'm
wakes
gonna
up.
look out the door too. So I'll like get out of the little hut, take a little look around the room, peer out through the curtains.
As you have you peering around, you do see you've got some pretty good vision on you, right?
I don't. I think I've just got regular vision.
Regular vision. You see off in the distance, just making out a little bit. In the
Oh no,
light.
I've got dark vision. That's a complete lie.
There you go. Nighttime. You see a couple of shadows, small shadows,
Oh lord.
just whoa, walking up towards you.
I swear to God, I will murder your face. What are you doing?
You see them, two grippli, and as you start to say that, and they notice you watching them, they disappear. They don't disappear, but they run away and hide.
Oh, okay, it's just frog people. Are we still talking the froggy croaks or like guys?
Oh my god.
Guys?
You're calling them back up.
I mean, like, if they're not gonna murder my face, then I won't murder their face. I'm gonna say that.
One of them pops up and slowly makes his way over to you.
Now, do you speak any language other than frog?
He looks at you, frog-wide eyes, and up. Little.
Okay. How do you get down under the temple?
Why?
Well, we're concerned there's something bad down there that we need to take care of.
That's what they thought.
You don't think there's anything bad down there?
They made us clear. Dig.
Do you... So they thought that, but do you think that?
It's rumors. Just rumors.
So if we leave this and don't play with it, chances are nothing bad will happen.
so far.
Do you think the yuan-ti will come back?
Don't know. They dead?
I mean, the ones inside the temple are, yeah.
That's great.
You don't think more... Okay, well, I guess you could always call if more come back. I mean, like, that would work okay for us.
Okay.
Okay, insight check.
Make an insight check.
21!
21. He really seems like he's hiding something. And
Okay.
the point that you picked up where things started to seem sus was that this whole thing, if you leave it alone, it'll be okay.
Okay. Alright, it's not gonna be okay. So, why'd you come up here, buddy?
Just curious.
About-
The yuan-ti hasn't appeared for a while.
Oh, okay. No one's been heckling you. Okay, well, you know what? The rest of my fellows are just having a little bit of a nap. So why don't, instead of coming up here under the cover of darkness, you maybe come up in the daytime and we can kind of walk you through what we've done.
Oh, okay.
That sound okay to you?
Is this safe? You safe?
Safe enough, yeah. I mean, like, unless any more yuan-ti show up.
Okay. Well, we won't be far.
Oh, that sounds great. That's really reassuring. Thank you so much. How many of you guys came up here?
Just 2.
I
Not
don't
always
believe that
here.
for a fucking second. Okay, all right. And knowing that that's the only entrance in or out, I'm going to then do the rest of my watch right at the door.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see inside the hut from where you are?
No.
No.
But I can see every angle approaching this door from where I am.
And we can see out.
And you can see out into that room. So I don't think you guys are in any danger. So I guess probably throughout my watch, every now and then I'd poke my head back in, do a scope and see if anything's changed inside. Keep listening out to hear if anything's changed. But you know, my concern for threats is in the outside.
It's literally every time you walk in, Fairy's in a different position, but both of them, like every position that he's in, is like he has one hand or one leg, like a body part on Merc and Gary. He just can't help himself. He just spreads himself out.
Friendly.
Okay, who's taking the third and final watch?
I can.
I'm going to
Okay.
tell, when I do the watch handover to Merc, I'm going to tell him what happened.
Mhm.
And that there's something suspect going on with those frog people, and that we most certainly can't leave this as an unresolved issue.
Okay.
And watch out for the frog people. But
Okay.
don't forget to check inside. I'm going to sleep.
Sleep
Okay.
well.
Give me that perception check, Mo.
Yeah. I think I'm proficient in that one.
You do that.
18.
No. 24.
24, sorry.
And I have also night vision, dark vision.
Okay. Most of your watch goes passes without
Really
incident.
say that look. Yeah, sorry, and I do the same as Bonnie did to sort of stand guard at the door.
Sure.
Yeah, sorry.
Just as day starts to break, your ears pick up the sound of some stones and rubble falling. Not a lot, not like an avalanche of things, but like 2 or 3 bricks falling a small way and rolling down.
That was going to be Gary's trick.
Can I tell where it's coming from? Like above or below, in front of me?
It's coming from somewhere between where you are and the outside of this larger temple area. It seems close. And with that, we'll end our session there tonight.
Ah, do we have a long rest though?
You got a long rest, yes.
Okay, I will mark that off. I'm on 10 hit points, so that's good. That's nice.
Yeah. So you've all had a long rest. We'll pick up there
Get my
next
key
time.
points back.
You get your key points back. That's exciting, isn't it?
I don't think they're digging. I think they're burying it again.
You reckon?
Yeah. Well, they buried it in the first
It's
place.
either that or something's breaking up from down below us and it's shifting stuff as it comes up.
Yuan-ti had them
Had them.
excavating it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I reckon
And-
it's probably burying it again.
No, I think something's breaking up. Something's breaking up, and 100%.
Well, that wouldn't sound like bricks dropping one or two.
No. So imagine like if something's going like pushing up from below ground. It's like the first push. It's causing stress and things to like come apart.
Okay. Well, maybe I just wanted to be optimistic.
No. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna
Well,
die.
as long as it's
literally-
horribly, I suppose.
Gregory
That's
sits up straight. He's like, we're not gonna fucking die. But I don't have to pay you guys, so it all works out. So, ball back to sleep.
So with that, we'll leave it there for the evening.
Grippli.
I think we have another session that's coming up next week. We'll see what happens as the morning dawns.
Will that be?
Next week, I think,
No.
is Rod's Arena,
Yes.
isn't it?
No.
Or is it-
Next week is the first week of August.
Next week is the 4th. We have next session of Candlekeep. No, but you're not going to be here, Gary. Mark.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out to adjust that agenda a little bit. And we'll figure it out. There'll be content. There'll be games on next week.
There will be something. I would like to see Jeremy play Stray. Jeremy play as a cat. That would be cool.
Meow. We'll see. Meow. Anyway, I know it's late. Thanks for sticking around, everyone. Thanks for sticking around in the chat. Catch you next time.
Good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Cheers, guys.